Wow, it's really nice out here. A breeze, reasonable temperatures, sunshine. Yard's looking good from all of its, you know, plants and stuff, and the work Don and I have been doing. It's a nice Sunday morning. Don is in the garage fixing a filament pile-up. I printed this intricate robot last night that uses 4 colors. And we knew it was going to be a lot of poop. Did you get it restarted for me?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. It's at 80%. It's just, and that most of that time is just changing out the last few colors on top of the robot body. Some of the other pieces are done.
Yeah.
Well, everything's watered and looked at, and no overnight issues, and I've turned off the heating pads on the back side of the house. I'm going to leave one on for Panther, just one though, for another week or so, just to make sure. But yeah, Tux is a pretty hot-natured thing, and they were not sleeping up on the heating pads last night, so it's only going to get warmer from today. Good morning, Panther. Hi. I see a Morris down on the bridge. How's it going, buddy? Is it going good? Good. Well, I am happy about how the new stuff is looking down there. I think there's plenty of tie-in between the colors of the 2 planters. I don't know about them tying back into the green bench, but it's good. It's okay. The bench is exactly the color I wanted it to be. Good morning, Gray. Oh, big stretch. Big stretch. I got a surprise for you. Yeah, Johnny's going to be home for the summer in just a few days. Do I smell like outside even though I wash my hands? Well, here's the robot before I take the supports off. We see that it has a misprint on the feet and the top of the body, and you can see it on the block also. I got an error when I sent it. When I loaded it, it told me I needed to go to Windows and repair it, and people said if it'll slice, just print it anyway, so I did. And not relevant to this model, but in general with that error, just kind of ignore it. And so I guess there's a little bit of a problem with the file. I don't think that was a printer issue in any way. Yeah. And he still will look fine. I mean, it's not like I think he's ruined or anything. He's just a little special. Don's helping get the raft off my robot and put his arms on, and whenever we come in, Stripe comes in and he settles down nearby. He likes to be in the garage with his people, but the minute you leave the garage, he leaves too. Hi, buddy. You're a good boy. This one likes to stay pretty close to his mama whenever she's out in the yard. Follows me around inside the house too. Hi. So Amazon delivered these cans busted, not all of them, but clearly one or more busted in there, and I went online and in 3 to 5 minutes was able, using a virtual assistant, to get them to agree to replace it. She's speeding. She's doing 31 to 25, and she will not lower the speed no matter how much Don requests her to do it. That's happened to us quite a bit lately, and it's super annoying.
Well, the thing is it ought to understand there's a difference between commuter streets and neighborhood streets. When you're in the neighborhood, you ought not probably do 5 over the speed limit.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
But if you're on the, you know, like out there on Wagstaff, that's a real road. That's, you know, mark yellow lines, you know, all that stuff. That's do 5 over. I don't care. But these residential streets,
Right, well, it's with version 12 or the very latest version 11 that she started basically ignoring requests with the scroll wheel, or the I don't know about Ruby so much, but Jules with the scroll wheel, to lower the speed limit. And before, it was, for a while in version 11, it was slow to respond to you asking, to it slowing down, entering a slower speed, and to respond if you were trying to tell it. It was slow, but it did it. Now it's basically, it won't do it. And there should never be a time when the car should ignore the driver's request to lower the speed.
Right, well, they're all bent out of shape about me looking in my rearview mirror for an extra 2 seconds, or looking out the side window for 2 seconds too long. It nags the hell out of me because it wants me, quote, paying attention. So why isn't it paying attention to me when I tell it to lower the speed limit?
Yeah, it does not know better than us about the, you know, appropriate speed for a given road. We don't mean to sound quite so testy, but you could see Dawn there really asking the car to lower the speed and it refusing. And we don't ever speed through this neighborhood.
Yeah,
we don't want to be.
The Amazon guy, there was a lady out there on the side. I mean,
there was all kinds of reasons why it should have slowed.
Yeah, all those people who saw me, that guy just flies through the neighborhood. Well, I'm not the guy who flies through the neighborhood. Nope. I'm really not.
Nope. So we're headed to Food Lion on 55 and then Walmart. We need Zevia root beer, pork rinds, and dirt. Very important, all three very important things in our house. Dawn could leave out the dirt. I'm at Walmart now, and today the hibiscus, the hibiscus little tree-shaped plants are $5. So not as good a deal as the other day. Still not a bad deal though. Scabera daisies are $5. Whatever that thing is up top is $5. There's a few more clearance over here. You know me, I gotta check out the clearance. The lilies are $3. That's not bad. And what is this? Lavender tree. Well, that's trying to grow something here that doesn't really like it here, but I'm sure it's fine for summer.
With this?
That gets me really excited when you're putting dirt in the car. Just family members of the guy that drives the truck?
Yeah.
If I had to guess, wife drives the pretty Tesla.
Probably.
Well, I think we both got presents today. The Amazon guy was up here for a while. It doesn't do nice things to him when Dawn and I have stuff come on the same day. Yeah. And he ordered his and I ordered mine. They like have to make sure they don't leave the driveway and then have to come back down the driveway.
Yeah, but you still beat me by one. I got 2 to you got 3 to buy 2.
Oh, boys. Goodness gracious, Tux. That was a big complaint. I got more? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Yeah. Oh, way cool. Well, there's my replacement cat food, and there's at least one busted can again. I ain't gonna tell them. I've gotten more than 12 out of the 2 12s with the busted cans. It's just a mess for me to deal with. Well, that was one of the items, so I can style with Michelle for May the 4th. Amazon had it at half price. I don't know why they would do that right at May the 4th, but I'll take it. I had my eye on it for a while. So I want to talk about my finger. I try never to shock, gross. I try not to do that. I'm sure I've done it a time or two. But, you know, I kept myself pretty good yesterday. And I was upset because I wanted to work in the dirt. And I wanted to do all these other things, cook in the kitchen, that required me to get my hands messy. And I don't remember exactly why I had bought those silicone finger tip thingies. But one of them, one time I had a really bad finger, or Dawn did, and we needed something like that and we didn't have it. So I just want to say that it basically saved me yesterday and now today too of staying active with my hand, even though I had, let's just say, a cut that we considered if I needed stitches. So it's not bothering me at all. I have tingling stuff happening in my fingertips all the time anyway, so I'm feeling that. And maybe the silicone thing, the snugness, ups that just a smidge. But it stayed totally clean yesterday. I washed the silicone and Dawn has put fresh Band-Aids on for me, and it's good. I figure if I can be careful with it for at least 3 days, maybe it'll be you know, well on its way to healing. So I'll go to get some air tonight when I'm not utilizing my hand, but I put the link in the video description because I think, you know, it was actually $9 for 10 of them, 5 sets of 2. I don't think that's relevant. Like, why would you only need 2 or whatever? But, you know, the day that you need one, having it in your first aid kit is good. I'm probably going to put a set, like one of them each in Jules and Ruby's first aid box because, yeah, anyway. So first up is plant my tree and the metal trellises so I can come put some twine on it and try to keep the deer from not eating my tree. It also gives us, when we have to come out to protect from frost, something to drape stuff over. That's why all the pots continue to have a stick in them.
Yep.
Pretty much all the time, because we need something tall in there to keep the weight off the tree. So there's 2 Japanese maples in there. There's the stock, and then there was the one that was grafted on. It's tagged as Acer. Japanese, they're almost all that. And Mikado, M-I-K-A-D-O. I don't know if I buy that or not. This one came from Buddy and was $20. It wasn't one of your high dollar maples. And this one is grafted on, as far as I know. So anyway, for now, we're just gonna leave them both. Gonna leave them both. Hey, I'm giving you an opportunity to use your tool.
That's right. That's what I wanted. She doesn't get me tools like knives and forks. Baking pan.
Baking pans, yeah. Dream on, dreamer. It's just taken off that little limb. I'll explain more in a minute. I had to go in the house and clean up.
Yes.
Huh?
I have the safety glasses on top of my head. That's a good place for them, right?
Right. I'm sure you'll put them on for the next thing. First off, he wants to be safe, and second off, he's really conscientious. Because I film him, it helps him to be even safer, typically. Right. Typically.
For a boy from Alabama, there's only so safe you can be. Life's full of risk. I used to ride bicycles, motorcycles, horses.
On the back of the pickup truck.
And riding in the back of the pickup truck. All those things. Didn't wear any safety belts, helmets, or anything. Just did.
Well, you're not saying it's totally a good thing, though. Be careful now.
You know, what doesn't kill you makes you smarter.
So we are going to trim this back, but since Don's going to drop this tree on a curve, I guess we should drop it back, cut it back afterward. That way it's shielding, it's shielding the lower growth that I don't want to mess up.
Right, I'm going to cut it slowly, so it's going to snap, crackle, and pop, and I'm hoping I can come over here and kind of pull it.
Okay.
I'm not just going to whack it.
Right, well, just saying, this, Donnie, remember this is here? So pushing it between over there would be possibly better. So I'm going to see Buddy tomorrow down in Sanford, and I'm going to buy a Coosa dogwood, and we're going to put it in this hole over here. And that's why we're getting rid of some of that stuff, and I probably should move. It's not Don's fault if I'm too stupid to get out of the way. Over here, there's trees blocking it from coming toward me. Really?
Yeah, I got sparks.
Right where you were? What's the luck and chance of that happening? He said there was a nail in it and he saw sparks. I mean, Don didn't leave no nail in that tree. I don't know why there's a nail in it. Well, I'm glad that didn't hit you.
Me too. Very glad. But it did take out the tree.
Oh no, which one?
It didn't miss the little one. It hit a part of the big one.
Yeah, well, I didn't care that it hit that. I didn't want it to hit this. Don's hunting a tool. I pulled the weeds back into submission another 10 to 15 feet. I don't know what he's going to do about these two sweet gums. We agreed to take them out, but maybe he wants to pull them with the tractor versus cut them. It's not urgent they come down for what we're going to do. You know, I'm guessing the dogwood tree is going to go about there. Something like that. And we are still going to trim this back too. I found me a white rock. I don't normally leave rocks in the woods. I like to bring them and decorate them. You know, use them to decorate. The hibiscus tree, quote unquote, is planted in the pot there. It really needs sun, so that's a good spot for it. I planted this exotic angel plant I got on clearance for $2, Belgian waffle plant, and this is thyme over here. I actually painted this pot. Oh, it's got a constellation on it too. 15, 20 years ago, I went through a phase where painting pots was cool. Not anymore. Does it look a lot different? Probably not seriously different, especially with such poor contrast over here, but the Wagella has been trimmed. I trimmed just a little off of that holly tree, really not much. But Don was up on the ladder and he took out 3 large branches off that tulip poplar tree. And wow, what a difference.
That's what I was thinking.
Had out every ladder we own. Not quite. My dad's wooden ladder didn't come out because that's the shortest. That's a painter's ladder, but
Yeah, well, that's nice and light and easy.
Yeah.
I only had to drag the heavy ladders out.
right. Well, Don tried the lighter weight fiberglass and then he had to go for the big one. Now, is that Dad's ladder too?
You know, I think yes, absolutely, it's your dad's ladder. I would not buy a ladder like that I can't pick up.
Yeah, it's heavy. Yeah, and we had out electric and muscle powered.
Yeah.
The muscle powered is longer, so Don ended up having to do that a little bit.
Yeah.
You look, it's a good look right there in the grass for you.
Yeah, it's my kind of outdoor activity.
It looks better, right?
Oh, it's gorgeous. Yeah, honestly, it was worth the effort.
Yeah, that one limb in another 5 years, if that, was going to be over the bathroom window. So, but we got room for the dogwood tree now.
Yeah, I think it'll actually do better now. We get a little.
Right, well, I wasn't going to stick it over there unless we prepared the area with a little bit more of a, yeah. So I told Don this fall, he has an attachment on the drill, so it's really not a big deal. I want to get 20, 30 daffodils and refill back in this area over here because, you know, it looked really nice for a while and now they've kind of not spread like I'd like them to have, so I could use to redo it a bit. Last thing for today.
Yeah, it's a fun thing, I guess.
Well, you get to do it sitting down.
Yes, in the shade.
It's nice over here today.
Very nice over here today.
One of the reasons why we ended up doing the tree thing today was it's just going to get hotter this week. Did I say that already? It's gorgeous out here. It doesn't get any nicer here. I say that partly because, well, I did get one probable bee bite on my neck, but other than that, I haven't had any insects bothering me today. That won't last. The mosquitoes are due in full force any day now. Yeah. It is. We got water flowing and we got light shining.
Yeah. Makes my girl happy. I like making my girl happy.
Oh. LED lights are always going to do the trick for me.